So, und wir sind da an der Bühne wieder zurück mit zwei relativ bekannten Gesichtern. So, but because they're international, we'll swap to English, and I'm super happy to introduce you to two amazing coffee professionals. Because they have so many titles and do so many things, it's probably easier if they introduce themselves. And it's an honor to have Stefanos and Andrew here with me, and put together your hands. Big applause for these two amazing coffee professionals. So, Stefanos, you can
Me
introduce
first.
you.
Okay.
Only till 5 o'clock. Maybe it's not enough time for you to present yourself.
No. Thank you very much. Thank you very much that I am here in this fantastic event. Congratulations, SAE chapter that is organized this beautiful event, and also all these coffee lovers that is here. Of course, the judges, you, because you do amazing job for MC. So I am Stefanos Domatiotis, I come from Greece. I am world champion 2014 in Brewers Cup. I am a certified judge in WC. And in the last 2 years, I create one company that is called Create, based in Athens. I do consulting and a lot of trainings and events. I start the new roastery now. And yes, and I am 8 times world finalist in different categories. In barista, in brewers, in good and spirits.
So sum it up. We have a true legend up here on stage for competitions, for sure.
Absolutely.
And that's all. I love coffee, and I am very happy that I meet you guys all this year. So Andrew is...
Stefanos, it's a pleasure to be next to you. It's also a pleasure to be next to Philip. I think most people know me here. I'm originally from Switzerland, but I just flew in this morning from Melbourne, so I'm now Melbourne based. We left Switzerland not because we don't like it. We left Switzerland because I dreamt of going to Melbourne, because that's for me the capital of specialty coffee. And I wanted to see what's going on. And I came back now for 1 week to visit my family. And when I posted on the Swiss SCA that I'm very glad to have a couple of hours here, they asked me whether I want to join here on stage. And it's an honor to be back and be part of the Swiss family here again.
Great to have you both. And of course, you're barista champion. What year did we talk?
2017, so already long time ago.
And the first man roasting on stage at a barista world championship, right?
That's correct. That's because I believed 15 minutes to serve 12 beverages is a long time. So I felt bored, so I wanted to do a couple of things more. I presented a concept called Ultimate Freshness. I know that the Greek team has also taken the Ikawa afterwards on stage, and it was amazing to see how other people also in the US or in Indonesia are taking the nitrogen flush or an Ikawa on stage to perform and to spread the word of Ultimate Freshness.
Yes, actually, I can tell because I've been in Seoul and I watched the presentation. It's one of the very nice research, and all the presentation is based in your research and really highlights the flavor characteristic that the coffees give us. And for me, it's the truly that means specialty. Actually, specialty coffee for us is it's idea, it's fresh roasting, fresh preparing. It's fresh. So your routine is amazing, and of course you remember in Milan with Irini, the first woman champion that I have in Greece, that has never happened before. It's roast like a Ethiopian traditional
I know.
ceremony.
And she was serving me the coffee in the pre-practice. So that was a truly special
Actually,
moment.
the inspirations come from you, so it's really nice. And sometimes the baristas. I talking this morning about the baristas in the last few years is the progress and the education that is coming in during the routines is fantastic.
Good. So that's perfect. Uh, Table set up for the next question, and that's probably what I wanted to ask is, if you both look back now a bit into history, how do you scale the step up in all of the competitions? So, what direction are we going? Is it a lot different from what you've started at and where we are right now?
Okay, for me, it's a very good question because I've been backstage. My first time that I win, I am 6 times national champion.
That's
So-
massive.
First time is 2004. I am competing with big names. The team is, from Norway, Klaus, Sami Piccolo from Canada. Uh, and after 2005, James Hoffman, uh, Klaus again, yeah, Gilliam. No, Gilliam. Gilliam is coming
Two,
209.
correct? Yeah.
So I believe it's changed a lot, but all these champions, all this year, before 2010, and 2010's really the championship is changed, and I am very happy because I've been part of this year. I've been finalist in London, and when is putting the semi-finalist in the game, the game is changed. And also, if you can imagine all these baristas from London since now, everybody has career, has a companies, is doing innovation in the market. It's changed a lot, but I miss a little bit the story, the concepts. I don't see so much concept like you, for example. Or I see a lot of research, but I miss this, because the end of the day is the 15 minutes presentation. I need stories. I need more stories.
We need stories, we need charisma, and we need role models to take this industry to the next level. What I have seen 2016, that was the first time I watched WBC myself live, was an amazing Berg Wu with a coffee Finca Deborah, which was extremely floral. And he cooled down his portafilters, the spouts, and he communicated clearly to the judges that thanks to the chilling of the spouts, they will taste even more floral notes. And that's what happened.
Yes, and that year is very good year also, because I see also Yossi that comes second place. Is make a grinding blend.
Yep.
So yeah, it's many innovation, and that is the rule of. I mean, for ambassadors to bring in the table new things, new flavors. I believe it's in the last few years it's changed a lot. I need to see more innovation in espresso parts and more research.
Yes, we have seen a lot of fermentations. At the beginning we called those coffees experimental lots, there has now been a discussion, should we still call them experimental? Because now it looks as it's more steered towards an end goal, and it's not just trial and error. But still, when you look at the batch sizes of those lots, some are just 5 kilos. So looking at the 5 kilo lot, to me, that is still experimental. And some of the coffees, you will have to pay easily 1,000 to maybe up to 6,000 US dollars per kilo. So the championships also became very exclusive instead of being inclusive. So that's also maybe one part where I would love to see some changes. And a lot of the experiments, they have been conducted by the producers. So it's not so much innovation coming from the barista on the barista skills themselves, but a little bit more from the outside.
Yes, actually, I agree with you, and that is very important. As you know, because you are competitors, you are winners here, so you do the routine and you research about coffees. The most important things for me, for all this new innovation of processing, and that I need innovation back in the farm. I need new variety, cross varieties. I need things that is give to the market, but I am agree with you. I believe sometimes the processing is how to say is cover the characteristic of origin and the variety, and
Yes.
that I have to keep in your mind, and the baristas has to keep in the mind that if you use, for example, one variety for one country, it has to has the character of origins and the flavors.
What I mean in the same discussion, let's open it up. What about species? We heard earlier Robusta. Of course, you're involved and know what's going on right now. Oiganoides is another big topic. Good thing, bad thing. What's your thought on using different species now in barista competitions?
Okay, of course, some baristas is a role model and help another baristas to grow, to start to. I believe is all this is really nice, but even if you use something, you have to know and explain why you use it. For example, a lot of blends, lot. I believe is you need to find a coffee that is blow your mind. And also, I agree with André. You have to have this coffee for everybody. So, okay, I see many, many things, and also because I am training and I support a lot of baristas, 2 grams of this, 1 grams of that. For me, I think it has to be a little bit too much now.
So you would say something like 2017 having Dale Harris using a coffee out of the shelf is something that's a way to go.
Yes, or one new variety, one cross variety. You see now what's happened with the Citra. This year, pink bourbon from Colombia is fantastic. So why you make a blend for 2 or 3 grams that is unbalanced because you don't know how many grams you put or when it's different roast profiles or different day profiles. So I believe it's a little bit, you know, I have to be more, how to say, original or authentic in the variety, in the producer, because if I use one coffee from nice farm and a nice producer, and after I will add 1.5 Evgenidis or a little bit of that, a bit of geisha. How it tastes like? Or
Just take a fantastic raw product and take it to the next level. looking at the different species, the different varieties, or the different post-harvesting processing method, that's not really what impresses me the most. But what I really want to express is I'm looking up to all the young talents that show a lot of discipline, that work day and night. Still, most of the baristas that compete, they will work during the day, and in the late afternoon towards the evening, they start working and preparing for the championship. And more it's rare to see that young talents work that hard, are that disciplined, and really strive for excellence. That's what I'm looking up to. And I wish sometimes the routines would be maybe a little bit less complex. The coffee is a little bit less fancy, and maybe not just chasing flavors, but just making the ultimate tasty espresso out of a great bean.
It has to be applicable, and it has to be for everybody. And also, you know, I agree 100% with you, André. You know, when you take one coffee, one nice variety from one, I don't know, from Central, from Guatemala, for example, and after you add some, bullets, special fermentation, or 2 grams of this. Okay, if you go with 100% blend, I am agree. It's different because you play with blend, but you have to explain why you do this blend and how it tastes like. The baristas all the time is do 1 grams of this, 1 grams of that. I believe it's too much,
Good.
for my opinion.
Perfect.
And the most of the times is don't say in the presentation.
Yes. So, anyway, thanks a lot for sharing your thoughts, being up here with me on stage. It was an honor once again to see you. And we are very curious what we're going to see tomorrow in the barista presentations. Hopefully, they hear you guys, and we'll see more of that tomorrow when we're going to see the baristas competing up here on stage. And big applause for these beautiful two coffee professionals.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks
you,
a
Philip.
lot.
Thank you. It's my honor to be with you guys. I see André after many years. I see you here only. So it's a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Humbleness, I believe, is also important for our industry. Stefanos was the one, even being world champion and competing so many times in the finals, just keeps making me delicious coffee on a little machine. I remember in Amsterdam at the Amsterdam Coffee Festival, took his time. 2017, I had no clue about specialty, and he just talked me through and put the virus in me. And the most humble guy, very well known, but very much down to earth. That's what we need, and that's what I wish for. And let's see who's going to take the win.
Thank you very much once again.